At one point, his commercial real estate behemoth was worth $47 billion. But since he got booted from the company 3 years ago, it's now worth about $4 billion. Neumann has moved on to something more dynamic, and its theme is flow. In May, he came out as the force behind Flow Carbon, a way for companies to trade in the gimmicky carbon credits market. Now he's making an even bigger splash with a residential real estate company called, you guessed it, Flow. Little is known about it except that Andreessen Horowitz, the venture capital kingmaker, invested $350 million, its largest ever check, into the enterprise, valuing it at more than $1 billion before it even starts. We understand how difficult it is to build something like this, and we love seeing repeat founders build on past successes by growing from lessons learned, Mark Andreessen wrote in a blog post announcing the investment. For Adam, the successes and lessons are plenty, and we are excited to go on this journey with him and his colleagues building the future of living. Maybe you know of Neumann through the Jared Leto and Anne Hathaway series We Crashed, or the documentary We Work, or the making and breaking of a $47 bill. There aren't many good answers to this, but here's about as much as we know about Neumann's second act. What does Flow do exactly? Who knows? But as my colleague Kim Velsey at Curb pointed out earlier this year, it basically looks like landlording. The website, its address, Flow Life, offers no details except that it's coming next year. The rollout for Flow is already quintessentially Neumannian in that there are a lot of buzzwords and very little when it comes to concrete business plans. Remember, We Work's goal was to elevate the world's consciousness, something more likely to be a tagline for a silent retreat than an office space company. The most information comes from 2 points made in Andreessen's 961-word blog post. The first is that the theme of Flow is connecting people through transforming their physical spaces and building communities where people spend the most time, their homes. In this way, it is very much like We Work, and builds on the dorm-style vision of the fizzled-out We Live, though at a W. The other part, though, is probably what makes Flow worth so much. You can pay rent for decades and still own zero equity, nothing, said Andreessen, the NIMBY venture capitalist who's trying to kill home building in his neighborhood. Of all the aspects about rental life, the reliance on superintendents, the rising rents, the precarity of having to move, this one sticks out as the biggest into what Neumann's endgame is.